Hey guys, here's an active recovery workout you can start doing today. It could be a great priming workout before you go in for a huge lifting day, or you can implement it when you can't feel anything and you need to come in and start feeling things again. I'm starting off with a half kneeling thoracic rotation, one of the best stretches I've ever done. Big key here is don't let those hips rotate as you're trying to get that motion from the upper back. Follow your hand with your eyes, and you're going to aim for 10 to maybe 30 reps. I like to do one big ass set. Some people might like to do 2 or 3 smaller sets, depending on how you roll. There are a lot of ways we can do 90-90 rotations. One way is just holding the position and just trying to lift our back leg up to get some internal rotation. With the hip, there's a front and a back part to the lateral side, and this takes care of the front part. A lot of people, if you can't do this at all, that's kind of a big hint that you need to be doing it a lot more. If you want, you can add weight like I'm doing here, but that is pretty tough for me because I didn't warm up for this, so that's like maximal effort right there, guys. Up next is the quadruped AT wide to prisoner. This takes care of a lot of different motions on the shoulder, very dynamic. This one you're going to do for 5 to 10 reps. After that, you'll get pretty damn fatigued. This one you could do multiple sets of, but this one is an everyday type of exercise, in my opinion, just because if you do have cranky shoulders, you probably just don't warm up enough. So give this a try. Not only will this take your line dancing to the next level, it's also going to get those ankles pretty strong and mobile. If you've ever hurt your ankles, they get pretty stiff afterwards. So making sure that you're moving them again, especially in ways like this, is going to be very beneficial. Also, if you have weak ankles, doing this can just get those muscles working and maybe just help you in your squat, deadlift, or other things that require a lot of ankle either mobility or foot stability. This bear crawled downward dog actually had Jess laughing at me this morning because I was not very mobile with it. So this is maximal effort stretching right here, guys. This one is awesome for upper rotation of the shoulders. So if you do have crappy shoulders, a bad overhead press, give this one a go. It'll make a huge difference. This is just going to warm up the muscles that help move that shoulder blade into a position that you can actually press. It also helps get thoracic extension, which is going to be huge for overhead pressing as well too. These ones are awesome to do for anybody that has any hip or low back pain. This is getting you to a pretty maximal hip extension with just the glutes without the low back working. You can see I kind of adjust my feet here. The key is to try and keep the bottoms of them together. Just basically keep those knees out as you're trying to drive up. Do this for 10, 20 reps if you can. Now we have the upward rotation warmed up. In this plank position, we can get muscles around the shoulder blades working, so it's not just going to overload the AC joint. And now that we've did the hip extension with all that other stuff on the frog pump, this is going to help us to keep the hip extended as we try and flex it with the opposite muscle group. The big key here is to keep your trunk stable. You see I have almost like no motion happening in that midsection. It's all coming from my hip. This is a great bang for buck exercise. We got the glutes going, we have the midsection going for anti-rotation, and then even that shoulder that's holding us on the bench has to work very hard to make sure that we're stabilizing properly. Do this for 10 or 20 reps. You can go lighter, you can go heavier. This is, on my opinion, a very versatile exercise, depending on where you want to go with it. The big key is just don't let that midsection move.